All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Commissioner Weeks, will you just pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First item on the agenda is to approve our agenda. We had talked about adding discuss burn ban under other business, number 9. So with that added, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Move.
Motion by Weiss, second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. At this point, we'll open the meeting up for any public comment for any topic that isn't on the agenda. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning. I'll be really brief, but I think sometimes things are successful, and I am Carl Perry, the House of Representatives, and we had a bill that the county was interested in, House Bill 1229, and what it was an act to add the county to be able to assign responsibility for secondary highways or municipal boundaries. And what we ended up doing is we had the county, which was Dirk, he presented, and we had the city, which was Robin Bobzien, he presented, and the municipality and also the Department of Transportation all got together, and basically this was kind of like a get-along bill. They all decided that this is something we need to get along with, and it was a good idea, and they went ahead and passed it. It went out of the local government, 13-0, went on consent, and we took it off of consent because the amendment was incorrect. We fixed the amendment, went into the House for discussion, and it came out of there 66-2. Then it went to the Senate, and it came out of there on consent 6-0. Went to the Senate and went on to the governor, and it was signed and all that. So just thought I'd tell you that your ideas are listened to, and that was one that went all the way through. So we were really happy with that. We had lots of things that went through the House. We won't go through all of those, but I think there's going to be a couple occasions in the near future where we'll cover those things. As far as counties, you already know about SB 201. It did not give more power to the county. It gave less. But I will tell you that all 3 District 3 people voted that we keep 201 away from us. So, but there's 39 people that said yes and 31 that said no, and that was in the House side. So,
Right.
But I just want to stop and say good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
Thanks for all your help on 1229. We
You bet.
appreciate that. And the other bills.
Yep.
Any other public comments this morning, in person, online, on the phone out there? Having seen none, we will move on. Authorize chairman to sign the fair entertainment contracts. We have them in their final form now. Motion by Feldheim. Second by Dennert. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next up, approve and authorize chairman to sign the change order for the whole Maxwell roof. I asked Curtis Miller with North Central Steel to come in this morning and briefly explain what we're going to be doing out there different from what the original quote was. Morning, Curtis.
Morning. So when that order went through, or when it was going through, engineers flagged some of the engineering from the Expo roof. They did find the old drawing from the Expo. They rose the concern, I can read the email. So what we're doing is we're putting a new roof panel on the Expo. It's a new style of roof and how it's fastened down. If the existing panel is removed and replaced with a standing seam, which is what we were going to replace it with, the roof structural design is not valid, and is the responsibility of an engineer of record or designate thereof, and not chief, which is chief is the manufacturer I use, and that is the manufacturer of that building, to ensure its structural adequacy and of the new situation. Discrete bracing or sag angles and other anchor systems would be typical of that design. So they would want some type of a sag angle. So the concern is the way the new MSC or mechanically seamed construction roof is fastened. They're concerned that the purlins are either gonna sag or roll over. They didn't find any sag angles in that drawing. So, I think theirs is that it's a pre-concern, but it was enough to at least, bring it to my concerns, which I obviously had to bring to your concern. So if we use a screw-down panel roof, which is the exact same thing that is on there now, that issue would be resolved. So they're, like I said, it's a pre-concern, so they can't say with certainty that it wouldn't be a problem. So they are not wanting to show an ownership of that and of that sag problem or a purlin rollover problem. So we were doing a change order, and that's kind of what we're doing now, is to see just replacing the panel with the exact same panel that is on there now for the new roof system.
And I think one of the things you told me when I talked to you was technology's come a long way in the bolt down versus what's up there now, so it will be an improved product over what we currently have. Is that correct?
Yep, yeah, the type of roof panel that's on there is still what's called a Galvalume. The warranty is still the same. If the construction is done right, the life expectancy is still the same. The reason we started off with trying to do with an MSC roof is because there is not exposed fastener, so there is less room for error as far as for leak goes, but that doesn't outshine the fact that a new roof system could possibly cause a purlin rollover. So I think that's kind of, not that I'm pushing for that, but I think that would be a smarter move than to have the concern of a purlin rollover or purlin sag with the new roof system.
Okay. Any questions for Curtis? I just wanted him to explain to everybody exactly why we're doing what we're doing and the reason. It does lower the cost by around $40,000 or so. Can't remember the exact amount, but so it is a lesser expensive product, but the warranty is the same, so I think we're still in good shape. And you'll be able to meet the timeline, it sounds like, so.
It sounds like now, with this change order where, they can't lock in lead times. I'm still working on that. As of now, they're saying that we can still lock in lead times.
Okay.
So as of now, we're okay. So unless something changes between now and when it is clarified, when the order's got the clarifications that go through, unless something changes between now and then, it should be fine.
Okay.
So.
All right, I appreciate you coming in this morning, Jeff. Anybody have any questions for Curtis?
Any problem with getting materials?
I'm locked in on May 1st, which is the start date, and this schedule on this is a tight schedule, but as of now, we're okay on this product for getting material. So unless something changes between now and then, which other orders can come through their plant, but as of now, it's still locked in for a May 1st date to be delivered, and that's our start date on the project. So.
Very good.
We appreciate them bringing it to light and you bringing it to our attention.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it was good that they brought it to my attention, because if not, then it's better that now than later, so.
Right.
All right.
All right, with that, I would entertain a motion to sign the change order.
Move.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Feldheim. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thanks again, Curtis. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for coming in.
Yep.
All right, next up, Christy Lindell, presentation on community outreach and development programs, CPR3 and Smart Cities program.
They just called and she was gonna do it through a teleconference,
Oh,
so I
okay.
gave her the login information. So I told her to hurry up and do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll be at ease here until she gets signed in and... So Christy Lindell, when you get signed in, you let us know and we'll get you online here. Watch for somebody to sign in here.
Is it all right if I told you I saw Lynn working hard in Pier?
You could tell us that, whether we believe it or not.
She was in a group of several auditors and the Secretary of State, and everyone was there, and it was a very informative session she was part of.
Good. I think you were out there for the election update or school instruction. It is an election year, so it's important to keep up to speed on those issues.
I agree.
Read through the consent calendar, Alroy.
Might as well give it a try here, yeah. We'll start until they come online.
Approval of the general meeting minutes of March 5th.
Move.
Motion by Weiss.
Second.
Second by Feldheim. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims and payroll.
Move. Second.
Motion by Gage, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
HR report.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim. Second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Authorized advertising for the tax deed sale.
Move. Second.
Motion by Gage, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claim assignment.
Move.
Motion by Dennert,
Second.
second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We'll hold up there, I think, Christy Lindell, I see you signed in. You're up next. Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
You have a presentation for us today.
I really just have just a quick conversation. I just wanted to make sure to introduce myself. I am the government account executive from T-Mobile, and we have really done an amazing job in the last 2 years of expanding our network. And so, just wanted to find out, how do we enter into a partnership with the county? And just wanted to share a little bit about how we're partnering with counties across your state and Minnesota, and then share a little bit about a community outreach program that we have. So that was kind of the purpose of me joining today.
All right. I would recommend, since our phones are handled through our IT department as far as compatibility and the availability of service throughout the county, also contact Scott Meintz, our emergency management director, because he plays a critical role in making sure that the county is covered through whomever cell service we contract with. So if you have anything put together that you could reach out to Brown County Information and Technology and Emergency Management, they could review the information and determine whether that would be a good fit for the county.
Okay, perfect. And that was going to be another question. We have an emergency response team, and I wanted to make sure that the county knew who to contact, and whether or not the county did operational, I'll call it, business with us. We want to make sure we're there to help support the community should something happen. So I'll make sure to reach out to Scott with that information on who to contact. And then as far as a community impact initiative that we have, is there somebody that I should be connecting with on that?
Probably the IT department would be the best,
Okay, start there. Perfect.
and I would think Scott Meintz as well. Between the two of them, they can review the information and get you to the right place.
All right, perfect. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, anything else for us?
That'll do it.
All right, well, thanks for joining today, appreciate it.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Okay, bye now.
Thank you.
All right, why don't you go ahead and
Okay.
finish.
Leases,
Move.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
lottery permits for Spurs,
Move. Second.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
approve and authorize chairman to sign the temporary alcoholic beverage permit,
Move.
Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
abatement,
Move.
Motion by Dennert, second by Weiss. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Go back up to number 7. I haven't seen Sheriff Lungsman come over to discuss
He was.
jail nurse hires. Is he out there? Okay. Morning, Dave.
Morning.
Sorry, didn't see you walk in. Can you bring us up to speed with what's going on with the nurses, if you could, please?
Yep, I'll give you a quick update. As with being short-staffed, we hired 2 RNs, 1 LPN. We've starting to kind of get into a groove. Obviously, with new people, it's always harder to figure out kind of schedules and how things fit in. But we're slowly getting into that groove to be able to cover every aspect of our medical needs. I think it's flowing pretty well. We haven't had too many complaints, and we're doing all right. Do you guys have questions?
No, I just, we were looking for an explanation. We saw in the HR report that a 3rd nurse was hired, and the first 2 were extended.
Correct.
And it was our understanding that was gonna be a 2-week gig, and now we've extended it for another 2 weeks. So
Correct.
we're still working on a potential permanent solution.
Well, we hope so.
Yep.
There's a lot of questions in the air. It's hard to know what that will be at this point in time, of course. But with bringing the 3rd one on, obviously the 3 that are, or the 2 that took the first 2 weeks have a full-time job. So it was taxing them, so we brought on the 3rd one at a much lower rate, so it does help with costs associated, number 1. Number 2, to spread the duties out for 3 full-time people to be able to handle them 24/7. So that's the reason for that. And there is a possibility of bringing another one on to spread it out even thinner, so they're not any one of them are being overtaxed.
How much lower was the rate on the 3rd one?
The only thing we changed is by the hour. We went to 50,
Okay.
so.
Anybody have any questions for Dave?
Do you anticipate there's gonna be a long-term solution coming?
It's always hard to know, because we don't know how long we're gonna be short, or how all of this goes, so it's really hard to plan when I don't know what all the rules are at this point and what's gonna happen. That's the hard part.
Because I thought this was supposed to be a temporary solution that we were gonna get resolved.
Right, but there are a lot of other issues that I guess, as far as I know, I can't really explain in open session. It would have to be a personnel issue. If you want to go deeper, we would have to probably go into an exec to be able to explain that further,
Okay.
which I can do if you guys want. It's up to you guys.
I think I would like to hear that if we just want to go into exec. Does anybody have any questions for Dave before we go into executive session? All right. Entertain a motion.
Move it. Second.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Dennert, to go into executive session to discuss personnel. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in exec. All right, lights back on. We're out of executive session with no action as a result. Next up, we've got other business, and we added discuss burn ban. I got notification from Scott Mintz, our emergency management director, that at this time there will not be a burn ban on as of today. That'll be subject to change. Conditions are extremely dry and dangerous, and depending on the wind and those type of things, he would just urge people to seriously consider whether it's worth starting a fire this time of year under these conditions, and make sure that if you do, you go through the proper channels and make sure you're prepared to, excuse me?
Do you want us to go back in, because I think he had a couple people that wanted to talk.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead and dial back in, that's right. We'll start over.
Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. To enable audio controls, please enter your audio PIN followed by the pound or hash sign. If you do not have a PIN, just press pound or hash. The organizer has not yet started the meeting. You will be placed on hold until an organizer starts the meeting.
All right, organizer.
It's coming, just slow.
Are we live now?
Yep, he's there.
Okay. All right, we're out of executive session with no action as a result. To discuss the burn ban, again, Scott Mines notified me that there is not currently a burn ban in place. We will continue to monitor it. There was a significant fire up around Westport yesterday that turned out to be a fairly significant burn that got out of control. So with conditions being what they are, he urges that anyone considering a controlled burn, make sure you go through the proper channels, make the notifications, and be prepared with some type of a backup to put it out if it gets out of control, and that any expenses involved with the control or distinguishing of that fire will be on the landowner at the start of the fire. So use extreme caution. We may change that at any time based on conditions, but right now conditions are not conducive to starting an open fire, so use extreme caution.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Scott, can you hear me okay?
I can, yes.
Perfect. So is it just currently suggested that you do not burn, but not required, is that right?
Well, I have a couple fire chiefs on the line with us. I think we're here to change that, what the chairman just said, and ask for a complete ban. I got Columbia Fire Chief Corey Mitchell, who's also the president of the Fire Chief Association, and I believe Frederick Fire Chief Kevin Barton, the vice president of the Fire Chiefs, is on board with us. We had some quick discussions this morning. I think it would be best if we could just put an all-out ban on. Yesterday, we had 2 control burns that got out of control, and it wasn't even hazardous weather conditions yesterday, and we were about 100 feet from this getting into the community of Westport. That scares the hell out of me, folks. We had 2 homes that were threatened yesterday. The ground has still got some frost in it, so it's hard for our farmers to come and help us. There was a couple that did come and help us, which was a great issue, or a great deal yesterday, but it is so dry with no moisture, no green up yet. I think we better put something on.
All right, well, disregard everything I said, times change. Things change quickly, so.
I apologize. Like I said, I reached out to the fire chiefs, and I don't know if Chief Mitchell or Chief Barton want to chime in here and give their 2 cents.
Gentlemen, anything to add?
This is Corey speaking.
Yep.
This is Corey speaking. Yeah, I 100% agree. With the frost being in the ground and our biggest asset being farmers and discs, I mean, the one at Westport was extremely hard to stop yesterday. I can't, you know, it was scary, honestly.
Okay. All right, so it's your recommendation that we enact a total burn ban in Brown County, all of Brown County?
Correct. And I have reached out while you guys were in executive and got a majority of the fire chiefs to say yes on this, so.
Okay. Hold on a second, Scott, we have legal that has an opinion.
So, a couple years ago, it might have been last year, the year before, I don't know if anybody remembers when we revamped all of this,
Yep.
tie it to
Yep.
the National Weather Service.
Correct.
So there's an automatic burn ban when the fire danger index reaches very high extreme fire danger or fire weather watch or red flag warning. So it is tied to the National Weather Service. Now, the commission can by resolution declare a fire danger emergency. So we're gonna need a resolution to do that. I don't know how we want to approach it.
Yep, I have one sent, I need to make a couple changes to it though, but there should be one on Lynn's computer already. I just need to make a couple of quick updates and then that'll be over there.
Okay, so if that's what you guys wanna do, print a copy quick and...
Okay. I think based on the advice of who we just heard, the emergency manager and the rural fire departments, I think we need to take that action. So we'll wait till...
I can read you what I sent over right now if you wish.
Yeah, go ahead, Scott, while she's printing it.
Okay, give me just a second here. So, it says, oh, come on.
Ross, can you read that again? Would you mind?
Hold on, Scott.
The conditions that trigger the ban automatically based on the weather services.
When the index reaches any of the following categories: very high, extreme fire danger, fire weather watch, or red flag warning for any or all of Brown County.
Okay.
And I think
So that is the statement that we changed a couple years ago. Kicks it in on the automatic days. We also left in that ordinance chapter 1807, which we can still declare a complete ban the way I read it, by resolution.
Have we reached any of those levels in Brown County to automatically kick it in?
Yes.
Okay.
We have. We
Okay.
were not in those issues yesterday, that's why they were allowed to burn. But again, these people are not following the ordinance. The first one yesterday in Westport, there was no fire break, that was issued to stop this thing. The guy had a Bobcat, but there was no water or anything available. The one last night that they were up to after dark, was not called in. I spoke with Director Jones from the Communications Center. Our dispatchers are advising people when they call in a control burn and asking if they are looking at the ordinance and online and the information, and we get some people that yell at our dispatchers even. So some people just don't care.
This is concerning today.
Okay, so what we need to do today is have a motion and a second to approve this resolution. That's what we're looking for, right?
Yep, this is an emergency resolution, to enact all open burning in the county.
All right.
So when?
Do you want to make it date specific or until it's lifted?
Until further notice?
Immediate until lifted.
Okay?
I'll move it.
Okay, we have a motion by Dennert.
Second.
Second by Feldheim. We don't have a resolution number yet, but I'm sure we'll get one to enact resolution number to be determined, enacting a burn ban in all of Brown County effective immediately until further notice, until lifted. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
do we
Good.
want to revisit this next week?
Thank you, bud.
Put it on the
Scott?
agenda?
Scott,
Yeah.
Just do it.
Ross wants to know if we want to visit this next week. Should we add it to the agenda until it's lifted?
We certainly can.
There's no sign of moisture in the 10-day forecast, or very little.
I'm guessing you could probably wait 2 weeks.
Just put it on there.
We'll add it, and that way it's on there for discussion.
That's fine.
Better than not have to act on it than wish we would've put it on, so.
If we get an inch of rain, we
Yeah.
can take it off.
All right, thanks, Scott. We'll add it on
Thank you.
next weekend, then.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Anything else come before the Vermont County Commission this morning?
I will just let you guys know, legislative audits will be coming the 25th of March to start working on 22 and 23 audit.
two of them again, huh? Yep. All right. Anything else
So
coming
we'll be back
for?
on track.
Hopefully they get caught up this year.
Yep.
Would entertain a motion to adjourn if there's nothing else. Motion by Weiss,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned.